Hey, Wellspring, just thought we'd sort of connect briefly. One of the things that sort of stood out to me recently is, everything is thrown off.
Yeah.
Like, you're working at home, I'm working at home, we're trying to homeschool. Like, there's all these moving pieces in life.
Yeah.
Everyone relates to this. And we generally, our optic on that is one of like, at least for me, is like frustration, annoyance, inconvenience, whatever.
Yeah.
And as I was praying about it recently, I just realized, like, you know what? Like, there is maybe some silver lining in this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, one of the advantages of your whole life being thrown off is that all the ruts you get stuck in are also thrown off.
Totally. Yeah. Yeah.
And I think actually we have this opportunity right now to make choices.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
No, I totally relate to that because it's like everything has been upended. Both good and bad.
Totally.
And it's like, 3 weeks ago, I felt like I had a pretty good routine.
Yeah.
And now it's like,
that's
it's
gone.
all thrown out the
forget
window.
about it.
Doesn't really matter. And I think there's this opportunity to like develop really healthy and good patterns and habits.
As a family, as like in our connection to Jesus and all these different levels.
Yeah, totally. And I think there's an opportunity to either, I think that what I'm trying to say is the habits that we will form now, both for good and bad, I think might last, longer. Mm-hmm. And so like we're in this season where hopefully it's just not that long of a time. It might be a few months.
Yeah.
But if we develop good habits now while we can, it's this readjustment period. I think that provide dividends in the long run.
Totally. Well, and I think one of the things we underestimate is actually the opportunity in these seasons.
Yeah.
Right? Jesus talks about learning from him.
Yeah.
Right? Practicing his way, adopting his way. And I think we have a real opportunity. This is why, like last fall, we spent so much time going over rhythms and practices.
Yeah.
And guess what? They're all housed on our website.
Totally. Yeah.
Like, so we have all these able practices that people can actually go to and think about. All right, what are some practices I consider?
Yeah, for sure. And I think that's super helpful because I think, especially in times of like chaos and disorder and like everything being upended, I think, at least personally, as a general rule that can be helpful is like, we probably do need some structure in the midst of that to kind of help us and guide us. And to have like key anchor points, whether it's in the morning or the evening or having key rhythms in our family life or whatever that might look like to sort of kind of keep us on the right track as it pertains to practicing the way of Jesus.
Totally.
Or else if we just kind of mold into the chaos of our world and the anxiety of our world, our relationship with Jesus is going to suffer.
Yeah. Well, and I think on the flip side, like there's actually a lot of potential in this season too for really negative habits and practices to surface. I read an article last week. I think I talked about this on one of the Sundays, like alcohol sales in Seattle, like skyrocketing. And it's just sort of this, like, we're going to develop coping mechanisms, whether it's eating, drinking, checking out emotionally, relationally, spiritually, like we can also develop some really unhelpful habits.
Yeah, totally.
So I just want to encourage us, like, go to the website, right, under Able Project, but also on the link below, we'll have like a little form that people can fill out to say, like, maybe use that as a prayer time of like, what are 2 practices that you can implement today?
Totally, yeah.
That like, what do you really need? Maybe on a daily and then on a weekly basis to say, these are some practices I'm going to put in place and I'm going to reevaluate in maybe 30 days and say, are these working or are they not?
Exactly, yeah.
But I think this is a real opportunity actually for us to lean into adopting practices that shape us into Jesus's image, that help us sort of embody God's heart in the world. So we're not defined by the fear and the selfishness and the anxiety that permeate our cultural context right now.
Yeah, that's good. I think super encouraged by that. I think that'd be super helpful for us to do that.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Rock it.
Cool.
There we go.